You know that feeling when you've just spent an entire weekend binge watching your favorite show, and suddenly you realize you haven't seen the sun in 48 hours? Yeah, we've all been there. But what if I told you that living a little more could be the secret sauce to making your life not just longer, but way more enjoyable? Let's talk about why you should live a little more. And no, I'm not suggesting you skydive off the Eiffel Tower or start a YouTube channel where you eat spicy peppers for views. I mean, they do get a lot of views, but I'm talking about finding those small, meaningful moments that make life richer. Stick around, and I'll tell you why this is something you absolutely need to do. First up, living a little more can drastically improve your mental health. We're all juggling work, school, responsibilities, and the occasional existential crisis. It's like trying to balance a dozen spinning plates while riding a unicycle, stressful and highly prone to disaster. Taking the time to enjoy life's little pleasures can be like hitting the reset button. Think about it. A walk in the park, coffee with a friend, or just sitting outside and enjoying the breeze. These aren't just nice to haves, they're crucial for keeping your sanity intact. To do these, I use the Live More formula, small changes that can make a big difference in your everyday life. Speaking of small changes, why not start with something as simple as incorporating a daily walk? Studies show that spending just 20 minutes in nature can significantly boost your mood and lower stress levels. It's a small step, but one that can make a big difference. Second, stepping out of your comfort zone every now and then can boost your creativity. Remember when you were a kid and every day was an adventure? You'd find joy in the most unexpected places. A cardboard box could be a spaceship, a pile of leaves, a jungle. As adults, we often lose that sense of wonder because we get stuck in routines that are about as exciting as watching paint dry. Trying new things, even if they're small, can reignite that spark. You don't have to climb Mount Everest. Maybe just try a new recipe or take a different route to work. Variety is the spice of life, after all. This reminds me of a passage from The Art of Happiness. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Think about that. The actions you take, even the small ones, can significantly impact your overall happiness. It's all about being proactive and seeking out those little moments of joy and fulfillment. Part of the Live More formula involves engaging in new hobbies. To keep your creativity flowing, try setting aside some time each week for a new hobby. Maybe pick up painting, learn a musical instrument, or start journaling. These activities not only provide a break from your usual routine, but also stimulate your brain in new and exciting ways. Now, let's talk about relationships. No, not the dramatic, will they, won't they kind from your favorite rom-com, but the real meaningful connections we have with others. Living a little more can deepen these relationships. When you're constantly on the grind, it's easy to let friendships and family time slip through the cracks. But these connections are what give life its flavor. Spend time with people who matter to you, share experiences, laugh until your stomach hurts. These moments create memories that you'll cherish far more than that extra hour of overtime you put in. Besides, if you don't hang out with family now, who's going to remind you of that embarrassing childhood story at every holiday gathering? Another reason to live a little more? It helps you build resilience. Life isn't always a bed of roses. Sometimes it's a garden full of weeds. Facing challenges with a sense of adventure and a willingness to take risks can make you stronger and more adaptable. It's like building up your emotional muscles. The more you experience, the better you get at rolling with the punches. Plus, you'll have some epic stories to tell. Because who wants to hear about the time you played it safe? So how do you start living a little more? It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Begin with small changes. Say yes to that spontaneous road trip. Take up a hobby you've always been curious about. Join that salsa dancing class, even if you have two left feet. Make time for things that make you happy, even if they seem trivial. It's about filling your life with moments that make you feel alive. And hey, your mom will be thrilled when she can finally tell her friends that you're not just sitting in your room all day.